Do you know how resilience can affect one's life? It's like muscles in your mind that can make you even stronger and greater than before, helping you overcome life's adversities. Resilience has meant so much to my life, and I would like to show you how it worked for me. I was born several years after the Korean War that pushed Korea into one of the poorest nations in the world. As a little boy, it was extremely hard for me to survive each day. However, strong optimism began to grow in my mind, and this positive attitude guided me as my own mentor to overcome various hardships on the way and inspired me to become a successful person. Then, a major hardship covertly approached me like a shadow. Since 8 years ago, when I was in my early 50s, I began to feel uneasy moving from time to time. But I didn't care much about it, as I used to be a physically fit person with 3 black belts in martial arts. In January 2011, however, I was finally confirmed with Parkinson's disease. Would you know what happened right at that moment? I spontaneously made a big smile and said, "Thank you for the confirmation, doctor. As my future time horizon is now uncertain, I am determined to live my remaining days 3 times happier than before." Then, I started swimming every day in Manila and now back in Seoul to recover my body condition. So far, I have swum around 2,500 kilometers and kept it up no matter how hard it has become. A new dream came up for me to become a swim coach and help others who may need my help. After a few years of hard training, the dream came true. Early this year, my wife Michelle and I became swim coaches specializing in teaching a unique water survival method which I named Leaf Float Survival Method. Last year, while spending much time floating on my back, especially during off times, I found out that this floating I do every day can be taught to others for good purposes. So, Michelle and I developed Yoga Swim for PD patients using the Leaf Float. We presented it together at the Asia Parkinson Forum in Tokyo in September. At the same time, my head coach Paul and I developed a fresh new systemic program of Leaf Float Survival Method, the world's first non-swimming floating for survival in case of a water accident. We have trained government lifeguard teams and their trainers so that they can teach our Leaf Float method to citizens officially. We are also pursuing a plan to develop easy swim methods for PD patients and other disabled people. Then, I started up a global, Save Children from Drowning, volunteering campaign. For its first mission, I visited Mindoro Island in the Philippines early April and brought a group of trained youths with me to teach about 300 teenagers how to float on the sea like a dry leaf for survival while awaiting rescue to arrive. This remarkable campaign was a huge success, as you can see in the video, and covered by various news media. I cannot forget the beaming faces of the girls when they learned how to float by themselves safely for the first time. My journey towards this life-saving will never stop until a new floating mankind has emerged. Thank you.